So, it was just another day for me, and I was just scouring the internet for a video for y'all, right? But come to find out, I stumble on a short clip of Wes Watson with his bot girlfriend in his rented house, where they were both dancing around and having fun. Nothing out of the ordinary, right, guys? Well, you'd be right, except for a couple frames, Wes Watson loses his frame. And shows his whole naked ass body, dude. And for an average man, this wouldn't even be a problem, honestly. Who cares? It's 2025, y'all. Everything's already out there. But for Wes Watson, who lies about his height, how much money he has, and literally everything about himself, that's a big ass problem. Unlike the size of his Johnson, that is. So for a couple frames, right? You can see Wes Watson fully erect, and as a Johnson connoisseur myself, I can tell you, god damn, he ain't packing that much heat, guys. But you know what they say, right? It's not the size of the ocean, right? It's the motion of the ocean. Or however the saying goes, guys. So it might be a little chihuahua, but he's packing a lot of heat in a small size, guys. Give him a break. Either way, though, zooming in, since I can tell y'all are interested to know the juicy details, I guess not so juicy in this case. It looks like my little boy Wes Watson is fully erect. Because you can see it going up like that, right? It's only maybe packing 2, in the best case scenario, 3 inches, fully erect. Now, I'm not the type of man to shame another man in most cases, because I know how difficult it is as a guy to be accepted in this modern world. We have to be tall, be pack, and be lean, have a good face card, and be rich too. God damn, how much more do you want from me, dude? But in this case, this piece of shit, as John Bravo would say, deserves everything he has coming for him. And the same way Hitler decided to gas all the Jews, all stemming from the fact how he's just insecure about his paintings. I think the same is the same for this piece of shit, Wes Watson. I think all of this coping he does with buying all these fake sharmutas that don't really love him, renting all these sports cars that he could never afford to actually own himself, and acting like this macho guy that beats up on much weaker people than himself with his goddamn butt buddies is to make up for the fact that this guy is probably deeply not probably, he is, all right, about how small he is in the downstairs, all right. Now I think going to jail would be a much better prospect for Wes Watson here than his micro-peener leaking on the internet. So I'm curious how he spins this now that everyone is going to be making fun of how small he is, both in his height and in his Johnson. It's even hard to call it Johnson when it's so small. Judging from the fact that he's losing it all at the prospect of being 5'8" and not 6 foot, I can only imagine how he's gonna respond to what people say. Is he gonna say that the camera he's recording is fake news? But you know, old Elvin here is a man's man himself, right? I've got you, bros. I've got Wes Watson if he is by chance watching this video, right? I've got the solution for fixing his micro dilemma. I mean, if Wes Watson started joking, right? Just pulling the meat a little bit and started look maxing his penis, maybe he could, maybe, over the years and years, a long time frame, guys, I'm speaking of, get maybe an inch or two, They can be considered just a bit under average still, but better than being a micro, right? Just don't be insecure like Elon Musk though, and get a botched dick surgery. Because remember, kids, it's much better to have a micro penis that still gets erect, like Wes Watson, than Elon whose dick doesn't even work at all. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment and like, or even dislike if you're Wes Watson. Tell me in the algorithm, guys. And last of all, make sure to sub so you can get more of me and more of my videos. Anyways, peace out, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.